Between the realms, what lies off the path of the world tree? Oh, this is when you know a game is ending. When they set up a loop, a system, and then they reinforce it over and over and over and over and over again. And then you go in and you break that loop. This is the one rule, never break it. Oh shit, nope, time to cross the streams.
If you're thinking about hurling us all into the void, I hope you're quite sure.
Wasn't it your idea? Find our own path, right?
Bollocks.
Take the Unity Stone to the precipice. Alright. What could go wrong? Well, we actually already saw what would go wrong. It was a game over. Because I did this once before.
This is where Tyr stepped beyond, and the Unity Stone protected him. Ready?
Ready.
Well, if this is it, lads, it's been an honor.
Our faith head.
This is incredible!
How can I be so nauseous without a stomach?
Come on, that was great.
Look.
The tower. I knew there was something down here.
Amazing! How do you hide something that exists in all realms? Cast it out of any realm to the space between. Clever old Tyr.
Is Jotunheim on the other side?
Can't be that. It's not like you go through Vanaheim to reach the Midgard peak.
But how do we use it?
I'd suggest we look inside, but stay alert. Tyr's little challenges are never as simple as they appear.
I have noticed.
That was very intentional. So what they just did is they paralleled the first visual you have in the first God of War game, is Kratos plummeting off of a cliff. In that case, because he was committing suicide, he had just finished revenging himself upon Ares after causing the death of his family. He spent the entire first game on a path of revenge, and then when he finally succeeded, he plunged off a cliff. With a very similar visual. And they definitely were directly evoking that when they did this. Otherwise, there would have just been a bridge. But that wouldn't have been the God of War visual. That would have been more of a Dark Souls visual with the invisible bridges.
Well, this is sparse.
The pedestal.
It's always a question of, have I left my axe somewhere? Thankfully, our axe is really good at crossing realms to get to us, because I leave it in entirely different worlds, and surprisingly, the game doesn't auto-recall it. I remember going into a portal or doing some kind of interaction, and he auto-recalled it at the beginning of the interaction, and I kind of thought that would happen all game, so that I would never, like, go through a portal without my axe or something, but instead, I was proven wrong over the course of the playthrough, because now that keeps happening. Nice, I calibrated my monitor correctly finally. It's a perfect match.
Okay.
If those those other videos were like black screens for you, that's a sign that your screen may not be very well calibrated, although I can't say for sure because it's also YouTube compression might fuck with things a bit, so, you know. If you're one of those people that saw that episode of Game of Thrones where like, I can't see anything, it's just black. You need to fix your screen.
It's absorbing the stone's energy.
Something's happening. Is it moving? It's moving.
It knows what to do. The stone served its purpose. We're fulfilling Tyr's spell.
What happens now?
No idea, brother. But after that fall, I'm sure we're past the worst of it.
Oh, why would you say that out loud? Oh, hi.
No, this is considerably worse.
This isn't worse than the fall. These guys are babies. The chains of Olympus just mop them up. Whee! And then I can do this. And now they're even more mopped up. Yay. Oh, we're gonna fight enemies from every world as a final tour. This game really is ending. That's one of the things you do in a game's ending, is you bring back every enemy in a gauntlet. Where are you? Hey! Got bad news for you. Yep. Boom! Haha.
That was tough. Where do you think it's taking us next?
I do not know.
Oh no! We're back in hell?
Oh dear, here they come.
Oh, it's fine. These guys aren't even hard. The hardest things are witches and the boss variation of elves, but only the boss variation. Regular elves or whatever. All the ghouly guys or whatever. They don't matter. Whoop. Yeah. I'm trying to do an explodey on you. It's not. Why is it not working? There we go. It is remarkable how much having to control myself and Atreus at the same time feels like playing V from the Devil May Cry 5. That split brain problem.
Muspelheim. This won't be good.
Does Muspelheim even have native enemies? Oh, it's just these guys. Okay. I was like, who lives on Muspelheim? Oh god, both. Okay. That's a little bit of a distraction, but okay. It's fine. I'll just beat this guy up. And then I'll use him to beat the other guy up. I thought I already killed Dottie. Must be a different name combination, because I think I already fought a Dottie. Oh, I hurt him too much. Sorry, buddy. Hello, random enemies. I'm gonna proceed to ignore you and focus on the boss, as I do. Yeah. I trust my argument has been persuasive. Is everyone else dead? Yeah, that's about what I expected. You don't have to fight ads in this game. If you're fighting a boss, just fight the boss. The ads will die on accident.
I think it's over.
Aye. But where are we?
The Wrath of Artemis. Ah, repeated crisscross slashes. Neat. I like my Kamehameha though. I've specifically chosen a series of moves and upgrades that help me crowd clear in a way where I just don't have to do anything besides fight the boss when one shows up. And it's really nice. I guess we're leaving, so now it's time to have the satisfying part where I step on all of the shiny things. It's really funny to me that he picks these up by stomping on them. It's a confusing interaction. Alright, there we go. All the realms are dead. All 9 realms are... all 4 realms.
Look! We're back in Midgard. There's the bridge! We did it! The tower's back where it belongs.
Now Tyr's travel room can take us to Jotunheim.
How did Tyr do this?
Odin suspected the giants secretly possessed some remnant of primordial Jotnar creative essence, the stuff all realms were made of. The Unity Stone must have been fashioned from that essence. To trust an outsider with it, even Tyr, tells you just how desperate they were.
And look! Now we can finally light all the braziers and see what happens.
Are we worried about why this thing just turned towards us on its own?
Another name. Goindel.
Why the arcane runes? Perhaps we're meant to find something in Muspelheim and Niflheim.
No. I can't even finish this. I have to do Muspelheim and Niflheim to do it. But I don't want to. It said 5 out of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the ones that aren't lit are the ones I can't see from here very well. Are they visible from here? Which ones are lit? That'd be handy. I don't think it is. But doop 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 doop. So the 2 on my left and the 2 on my right are lit, so it's those 3 around the snake are not lit. Right? Yeah. So the 3 around the snake. I'll give it a try. I'm worried that there might be a rune from a different land I need to get or something. Although I feel like we're probably out of new lands to unlock. I'm a little underwhelmed by the other realms. Because they're all just...
You take a wrong turn, brother. Realm travel room's back up top.
I can appreciate...
Last minute stuff we want to do before we leave. Who knows how long we'll be gone.
Fair enough.
On one hand, I can appreciate that they are unique subsystems that you can invest a bunch of time into. But on the other hand, part of you was like, when you unlock a new land in a game, you're like, oh man, is this where I'm gonna get more content like the content I already liked?
Tyr felt responsible for what Odin did to the giants.
There was an incident shortly after the forging of Mjolnir, when Tyr arranged a diplomatic meeting between Odin and the giant kings. This was when the Long War was
No,
young.
I'm sorry.
Still a thing dreamed of, and the Jotnar might have tipped the balance between Aesir and Vanir.
Enough. No stories.
No, I'm sorry.
Our focus is the road.
Completely understand.
I haven't been...
Finish later, lad.
I haven't been on boats a lot lately, so I accidentally... Aw. I don't like this policy. I haven't been on a boat for a while, so I just forgot.
Another name. Olrun.
I'll get feedback time to time. I'm like, why do you stop moving and just sit there and talk? Either because the game's talking or because I'm talking. It's like, well, because these systems don't react well to you moving around while the story's happening sometimes, if you want to hear the story. And similarly, I need to stop moving whenever I start talking about stuff, because otherwise the game will interrupt my talking with sudden stuff happening. Was that there before? Oh, that's where the dragon landed. Interesting. Also, here's the wolves.
Almost ready.
And clear. Big clear. Big clear on dead wolves. Yeah, you're... Honestly, I'm a little surprised you didn't just eat it. Well, this is worth investigation. Generally speaking, if this game takes a thing like that and puts it in the environment, that probably becomes a new environmental interaction that means something and isn't just there for continuity's sake. Now, the question is, can I find my way back there? I'm a little turned around. We haven't been on the lake for a while, because I finished it a while ago. Not all of it, obviously. I had the braziers, random collectibles here and there, perhaps. But a strong indication of a form of completionism is when you've done every quest. Or every ghost quest, at least. But yeah, when you unlock places like Niflheim and Muspelheim, part of you definitely is like, oh cool, a whole new realm. I wonder what people I'll meet there, and what quests we'll do there, and what kinds of hours of content there might be that's, you know, relatable to the content you do in the main game.
Helping Odin meet with the Giant Kings.
Odin had persuaded Tyr that the hammer was merely a deterrent, a means to broker peace from a position of strength. Tyr was hopeful to convince all parties they would prosper best through peace. He knew the giants were deeply concerned about the hammer, a super weapon in hands they did not trust. But they trusted Tyr. Tyr always believed the best in people, and taking Odin at his word in his desire for peace, he brought the Raven King to Jotunheim. From there, things unravelled quickly. The giants anticipated Odin's trickery and exposed his true agenda to spy and steal their secret wisdom. With magics, they expelled Odin from their realm and cursed him never to return. Frustrated, Odin visited his fury upon the giants of Midgard. Thor unleashed Mjolnir's might upon any giant he could find. None could stand against the tide of slaughter that followed. And at last, it seems, with Tyr's aid, they retreated. The tower disappeared, no giants could be found in Midgard, and no man nor god has set foot in Jotunheim since.
I'm definitely curious. Thor and Odin haven't really come up yet. We're pretty late in the game. Instead we have Baldur and Thor's children. But not Thor and Odin. I'm wondering if they yeah, they probably have. They're just going in a circle essentially, or what? Maybe. They probably laid out a trilogy plan. Baldur's established early on as being the villain of this game, potentially, and it's not. It still hasn't really been subverted or changed, so maybe he's still the villain of this game. Maybe Thor is the second game, and Odin's the third game or something. I don't know if I can... No, I've been up there before. It's just, it's... Or maybe I haven't. This might be the part with the weird platforms I wasn't sure about before. I'm not sure. I never did solve the weird series of floating platforms thing. So I can't get up there. Because the elevator's not down here. Is this where the floating platforms are? Yeah, that's the weird platforms. Let's confirm. Yep. Well, that's a bit of a problem. What are we gonna do about that? Let's check this guy out. But I think I also couldn't access this one. It's kind of hard to tell what I would do to change that.
Amir, why did you work for Odin if he's so horrible?
It's my career! And if you mean to make your career as a counsellor to kings, you can't very well rule out petty maniacs. Available positions are scarce enough. My first master was a cruel piece of work as well, but I learned through him the enduring power of wit, which served me well with kings and gods alike. I couldn't have been much older than you when I started. A fairy king's errand boy and unofficial jester. By night, my mates and I had the run of the forest. Good fellows they called us, never spites to the last. We'd get up to all manner of mischief, making fools of the local mortals. But as long as our lord was kept amused, we were spared the consequences. Then one day he was not amused, and I saw fit to move on. Thankfully, the ages and roads travelled since then have turned me from that merry wanderer into the paragon of virtue you see before you today.
A chopped head. Okay, so we can access this one. It must have just been one of the other ones that I didn't have the rune for before.
Another name. Hilder.
One to go. Right over there. Yeah, you can see the platform going along there, so you definitely need to access it by going through all those weird things. So let's figure it out. At this point, I can at least confidently say I have all the abilities in the game. So whatever problem is there is something I can solve. Where up until now, every single attempted puzzle solution I've ever done has been clouded with mistrust. And the idea that it might just be, I might have to play 2 more hours of the main story before I can do it or something.
There's something down there.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to deal with this. Hi there.
Need more time. Ready and wait.
Jesus Christ. I didn't even notice that I had taken damage. Always been bad at fighting witches. Did it just vanish from existence? I guess it was a random spawn. Surprising that this isn't kicked down already. Now I'll proceed to never use it. And here we are again. I was trying to figure out how to reach these platforms. Like, I don't get a jump command from here. Do I get one from down there? Where is down there? What platform? Oh, nope, that ends there. It doesn't go under me. Oh, shit. Oh, it's the rope. It becomes usable then. You think you could just climb across it in general, but oh well. Where'd it go? Oh, it's below me. Gotcha. Heh. Eh. Wrong side. Oh, well, this is gonna be a little finicky. Really? Huh. Did it reset me all the way to the top? Maybe I can reset you to the top, then send the other one down by one. Then we go back. There we go. There we go. So the confusion of this puzzle was built around just the general confusion of like, I don't know, which circle prompt am I trying to trigger and how do I trigger it? Like, am I trying to make the rope the right angle or do I try to jump for it? At the time I thought if I make this go the right height, maybe you could jump from there to there or a similar jump. Or maybe there was a place up there, so I tried making it to go to the highest point, then tried to go up there to see if I could jump from over there to over here. Or even go along this thing up here and then jump down on it or something. I don't know. It's one of those things where in these kinds of games, when your only way of platforming is a contextual prompt, you kind of have to just figure out what the game wants from you in a kind of adventure game sort of way. As opposed to it being a consistent mechanic that always works the same way. Oh, indestructible. For me, one of the interesting versions of that is often when a game has the jump fudge the logic a little bit. Because there's some games where you'll notice that the jump is a little further than you can normally jump with contextual prompts, and you'll see your character bizarrely go soaring through the air, and the animation arc, the arc of the jump will be like slightly unnatural looking, and you'll realize it's because the game is fudging how the jump works to make the jump happen. What comes to mind for that one actually is Monster Hunter World. There's a mechanical jump in that game, and then there's a contextual jump in that game, and the two of them work differently. So if you jump at a vine, oftentimes the vine isn't actually in jump range, and your character will weirdly super jump to it in order to, and the animation will look unnatural because mid-jump they'll snap from a natural jump to a mechanical, kind of like from a natural mechanical jump to a contextual jump, and they'll weirdly like change their jump arc. It's a real kick. It's something I get a kick out of. Hello. How you doing? Nope. Shit. That's enough of that, please. We're good? We're good.
Our enemies are strong.
I kept trying to do this. Oh, it won't work. There we go. It's very material dependent, apparently.
All right, last one. Gunnar, look. like the rest of the corrupted Valkyries.
Reduces all damage from Valkyries by 5%. Aww. Oh, that's really boring. No, I did all this for that. I was hoping for content. Instead, it's just an item that mysteriously ends up in my inventory. Oh well. Back to story.